Doug Karsh at Yost Ice Arena for MGoBlue.com, along with the head coach of the Michigan hockey program, Red Berenson. We'll talk about the upcoming playoff series with Bowling Green in a moment. But first, Coach, honored early in the week in St. Louis for your time there as a player and obviously as a coach. How was that?
Well, it was special, Doug, no question. Something I didn't expect. What they did is they acknowledged or recognized 4 of the players that had worn number 7 in St. Louis, and I was the first one, so now I'm the oldest. And then Gary Unger came after that, and he wore number 7. And then Joey Mullen, who was a great player, a Hall of Fame player, he wore number 7. And then Keith Tkachuk just retired last year, and he wore number 7. So they all had pretty extensive careers in St. Louis and history, and it was a great night of recognition at the Blues-Columbus game in St. Louis.
The Red Baron was a 6-time NHL All-Star. He played in 519 games as a Blue, still ranked 7th in club history with 172 goals and 8th in points with 412. He led the Blues to the Stanley Cup Finals for 3 straight years and will be forever remembered for that great night when he scored 6 goals on November 7th, 1968. The Blues' first true superstar. Let's welcome the Red Baron, Red Berenson. Great to see him back, isn't it?
You know, Michigan fans know you for wearing the number 9. How did you end up with number 7 in St. Louis?
Well, that's interesting. I was number 7 in junior hockey, and when I came to Michigan, they said, no, you can't wear number 7. This is number 9 country. This is Gordie Howe country. And so they wanted me to wear number 9, which was fine with me. But once I turned pro, I wore an assortment of numbers. But when I got back to St. Louis, the guy I was traded for was wearing number 7. So I got his number, and he probably got mine in New York. So that's how I got number 7.
All right, let's talk about this weekend. Bowling Green, it seems like eons ago that you last played them in your opening CCHA weekend series, and you swept them, but they were tight games.
They were tight games, and they're a much better team now. They've had their struggles up and down with a new coach this year, and even though they finished in last place, they obviously have upset a pretty good team up at Northern Michigan on the road. So they're a team to be concerned with this time of year. I mean, they're a dangerous team, and but we've got to focus on our team and get our game ready.
A lot of times in the postseason, you'll go as far as your goaltender will take you. A year ago, Sean Hunwick took you pretty deep. How much more prepared is he for even longer run this year, given all the experience that he's gained over the last year?
Well, I think he's obviously more ready than he was last year, Doug, and he's got a lot more confidence. Our team has more confidence in him, and he's got the experience of last year. So I like our goalie, and I like our team right now, but we haven't played in 2 weeks, so you know we've really got to have a good week in practice and be focused for that game on Friday.
Give us an update on Louie Caporusso. Hurt his knee, you got the bye. Where is he in his recovery?
Well, as far as I know, he's week to week, so you know we expected he would be around 3 weeks. Now that could mean he could play it if we get to Joe Louis. He could play, or it might be the week after that, but I think we're talking in upcoming weeks.
Coach, best of luck.
Good, thanks, Doug.